You wake up to your alarm clock ringing, just like any other morning. But as you push yourself out of bed, something is terribly wrong. Instead of standing up, you launch yourself straight into the ceiling. You bounce off and slowly drift back down to the floor like a feather. Overnight, the Earth's gravity has suddenly been reduced by exactly 50%. At first, this feels like the greatest day of your life. You are instantly twice as strong, or rather, the world is half as heavy. You can effortlessly lift a massive refrigerator with one hand. You can jump 10 feet into the air without even breaking a sweat. Walking down the street feels like bounding across the surface of the moon. Every single human being on Earth has suddenly become an elite superhero. But within just a few hours, the chaos begins. Driving a car becomes a terrifying death trap. The friction between your tires and the road relies entirely on the heavy weight of the vehicle. With gravity cut in half, cars lose their grip. Taking a sharp turn at 30 miles per hour sends vehicles sliding uncontrollably into buildings. Speed bumps literally launch cars flying into the air. Every sport on the planet is completely ruined. A professional baseball player hits a home run and the ball travels for miles. Basketball players constantly overshoot the hoop, hitting the stadium rafters. But human civilization is adaptable. Over the next few years, we rebuild. Architecture enters a golden age of impossible structures. Without the crushing weight of normal gravity, we build skyscrapers that pierce the clouds. Bridges span across massive oceans held up by thin, delicate cables. Delivery workers carry giant pallets of heavy concrete blocks on their backs with a smile. It looks like a utopia, a world of weightless wonders. Until the biological consequences start creeping in. Human biology was painstakingly forged by millions of years of strict 1G gravity. Gravity is the invisible force that tells your body to stay strong. When you remove half of that resistance, your body gets lazy, very lazy. First, your bones begin to dissolve. Without heavy pressure, your skeletal system stops producing dense calcium. After a year, human bones become fragile and hollow, much like the bones of a bird. A simple trip and fall, even in low gravity, results in devastating fractures. Next, your muscles begin to rapidly waste away. You no longer need thick leg muscles to carry your weight. But the most dangerous biological failure happens inside your chest. Your heart is a powerful pump designed to push heavy blood up to your brain against gravity. At 50% gravity, the heart suddenly has to do half the work. Just like any muscle you stop using, your heart shrinks and becomes incredibly weak. Standing up too fast causes massive blood pressure drops, making people constantly faint. Astronauts on the International Space Station experience this exact nightmare. They have to work out for 2 hours every single day just to stop their bodies from decaying. Now, imagine billions of normal people having to run on a treadmill for hours just to survive. And while our bodies are failing, an even bigger crisis is happening in the sky above us. Gravity doesn't just hold us to the ground, it holds the atmosphere to the Earth. The thick, breathable blanket of air we rely on is heavy. When gravity drops by 50%, the atmosphere loses its anchor. The air molecules start drifting up and expanding into the freezing vacuum of space. Slowly, the atmospheric pressure at sea level drops drastically. Breathing in New York City suddenly feels like trying to breathe at the top of Mount Everest. People start gasping for air while walking down the street. Oxygen masks become mandatory fashion accessories just to go to the grocery store. The oceans, no longer held down by immense pressure, begin to expand and shift wildly. Massive low-gravity tsunamis crash onto the shores in slow motion, wiping out coastal cities. Weather patterns become entirely unpredictable. Without a dense atmosphere to trap the sun's heat, the Earth's average temperature plummets. The entire planet starts slowly freezing into a giant snowball. To survive, humanity is forced to retreat deep underground. We build pressurized, gravity-simulating bunker cities just to keep our blood pumping and our lungs full of air. The surface of the Earth becomes a beautiful, abandoned, low-gravity playground. but nobody is strong enough to play in it anymore. It turns out that heavy, dragging feeling you experience every morning isn't a burden. It is the precise tension keeping your DNA functioning. It is the invisible blanket keeping the oxygen in your lungs. Gravity is not your enemy. It is the giant, crushing hug that Earth gives you to keep you alive. So tomorrow, when your alarm rings and you feel too heavy to get out of bed, don't complain about the weight. Embrace it.